What's up, Total War is here, fans. We've got another great battle for you today. It's going to be the Siege of Antioch. Yeah. So on the attack, we're going to have Carthage, Arverni, and Rome are going to be on the attack. On defense, we're going to have Epirus, Suebi, and Kush. So starting with the attackers here, we're going to have Rome on the far out here. He's got one unit of auxiliary Syrian archers unguarded here, all kind of alone. Over here, he's going to have auxiliary Balearic slingers, auxiliary Syrian archers, so 2 Syrian archers and a Balearic slinger. In the back, 4 Praetorian guard, 2 of which are going to have a level 1 chevron. Then he's going to have a Scorpion in the back. These Praetorian guard are going to be extremely dangerous in a very elite unit. Up front, he's going to have Praetorians, another very dangerous unit. So he's got an elite Roman army coming up here. And some veteran legionaries up front. Veteran legionnaires, veteran legionnaires, veteran legionnaires, veteran legionnaires, veteran legionnaires, veteran legionnaires. So a few of these have level 1 chevrons. I saw this one here's got a level 1 chevron. 2 of them have a level 1 chevron. 3 of them have a level 1 chevron. So, he's got a very elite army here for Arverni. He's going to have 2 Levy Freemen moving up the tortoises there, as well as some chosen swordsmen. 2 chosen swordsmen here, and whoa, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Oathsworn, and Celtic Ballista here. So he's got a very elite army with 6 Oathsworn deadly units that are just gonna plow through just about anything that comes at them. So it's going to be interesting to see how these 2 very elite armies work out. Here for Carthage, you're going to have Libyan infantry moving up the battering ram. And then 2 mercenary noble fighters there. This is going to be more of a balanced army with Libyan infantry. These have level 1 chevrons. That one does not. Then he's going to have some Sacred Band, level 1 chevron. Sacred Band, level 1 chevron. African pikemen. No, those are Sacred Band. Sacred Band. So only 1 pike unit, it seems. Then back here, he's going to have something just went into the woods. Some cavalry just went into the woods right there. But we have some mercenary Cretan archers and some mercenary Balearic slingers. So for the defenders, everybody knows the Suebi army composition already, I'm sure. It's going to be a mixture of club levies, club levies, blood sworn, and then really it's just going to be an entire army of those sword masters, which are a very elite unit in hand-to-hand, probably about the same as an oath sworn. Then we're going to have the Cimbri bowwomen, 4 Cimbri bowwomen, some sword masters, 1, 2, 3, 4 sword masters here, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sword masters. For Kush, this is going to be a little bit different. Kush actually has some spammed units here, and these are going to be veteran legionnaires. So Roman veteran legionnaires that I guess were mercenaries in the Kushite army are going to fight against Rome. So the veteran legionnaires of Rome are actually fighting the veteran legionnaires, or the veteran legionnaires of Kush are fighting the veteran legionnaires of Rome. So the veteran legions, over here we got Swabian noble riders. 2 noble riders just took out that Syrian archer, auxiliary Syrian archer right there from the start. So we're going to have veteran legionnaires for Kush. Quite a few of those. That's going to be the main part of the army. Kushite pikes, armored shield warriors there. Those are going to be the counter to the Praetorian Guard as well as the Praetorians. There's also going to be some Kushite royal archers, just some Kushite archers. And then over here, I saw another archer unit right here. This is just going to be a Nubian bowman. So Desert Faction spammed with Roman units. We will see how that one holds up against the Roman push. We also have some elephants back here for Kush. Then for Epirus, Epirus, something like that. We're going to have mercenary Indian war elephants, 2 pikemen, mercenary Cretan archer, mercenary Cretan archer, mercenary Cretan archer, Agrianian axemen. So 1 Agrianian axeman, 3 mercenary Cretan archers. Here we're going to have royal peltasts, 4 more royal peltasts here. So 5 royal peltasts in total. Then we're going to have 4 mercenary Samnite warriors, 4th mercenary Samnite warriors. That is remarkable. 3 mercenary Samnite warriors. Sorry, that's the limit. Then we're gonna have some Thurios spears. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Thurios spears here. For Epirus. Correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so 5 Thurios spears for Epirus. And we will see how this one plays out now as Araverni has gotten in the walls and is engaged with the club levies and Bloodsworn, I believe, are in there. Nope, just club levy. And they're going to engage those chosen swords as well as the levy freeman there. And the Oathsworn in the back, reinforcing with that javelin fire. And so far, so good. The gates have been broken by the battering ram, but it doesn't look like anybody's going to try to use that one just yet. These club levy at 50, almost 50 kills a piece against those chosen swords, mainly against the club levies or levy freeman. However, as levy freeman have taken the most casualties. I believe the 2nd levy freeman is also dead. Oh, and I forgot to mention here we got 4 Gallic hunters, or Gallic. Either one works. I mean, I'm just gonna call them Gallic, or you know what? Whatever comes out is what I'm calling them. So whatever I call them is good enough. The Thurios spears here are getting some supporting javelin fire to counteract that Oathsworn's javelins, and that's going to help out a lot. Now they're already at 7, 9 kills, 10 kills, so they're climbing pretty fast there. The Cimbri bowwomen also have moved up. It looks like they moved up and got 4 kills, took about 50% casualties, and fell back there, at least on that one unit. Here, Rome is really paying to take the walls here. And it looks like he's got 1 unit up on the walls getting pasted by archer ammo. Those Nubian bowmen at 86 kills already, firing kind of into the back and shield side. It's the shield side. If you would move them where this unit here is, this veteran legionnaire, if you would move those Nubian bowmen here, and he was firing into the backs of those veteran legionnaires, I imagine his casualty rate for the legionnaires would be a whole lot higher. However, here the veteran legionnaires engaging the Roman veteran legionnaires down in the streets, and looks like the veteran legionnaires from Kush are getting the better of it, as they have 146 men left. The veteran legionnaires of Rome have 95. So, okay, these veteran legionnaires pretty much untouched have entered the city. Gonna get, no, I thought maybe a swordmaster was moving up there. The Cimbri bowwomen are moving up. That's what I'm thinking of. Something like that. Over here, Carthage, hesitant to enter the city so far. Not really gotten engaged. Here, it looks like, though, he has entered with some Libyan infantry, and he's going to get in through that gate there. The Thurios spears are out of ammunition. Only 37 kills there, and are going to pull back. I've been testing out Epirus lately, so if you see more of me with a similar army composition playing as Epirus, I've been kind of testing out their units. I've liked the Thurios spears so far. Once they disengage, once they run out of ammunition, they pack a huge 26 charge bonus, which makes them extremely useful in cycle charging. So I found that pretty useful, and I've been using it. I've been trying to use it effectively. So I've just been kind of practicing in and out with that, and so far I've had moderate success, at least by my standards, which isn't too high. My standards are set pretty low. But yeah, so I've been just testing that out. I don't know, I'm kind of enjoying it. It gets me something different. I'm not used to playing as like the Thurios spears, or I'm not used to playing as some of these factions that I've just been testing out lately. So the Thurios spears here, also a 2nd unit getting fire in there against those chosen swords. This one here, 92 men left, only 45 kills, gonna pull out through those club levy, or those are Bloodsworn, and let that Bloodsworn cover for it as it gets out of there. 45 kills. It took some casualties getting surrounded by that Libyan infantry. Unfortunately, this Thurios spear continuing to fire in, already at 14 kills. It's still going, but it looks like pretty much so far the fight for the walls has been beaten back. Swaby couldn't hold it there against the overwhelming push. It didn't help that he got flanked from the gate there, and that really is what pushed him back. So he's got some club levies still firing javelins into the units, but it's pretty much lost already. the gate and the walls in general. Over here, though, Cush, also, he's kind of lost his hold on the wall here. Here he still holds it, but right here where Araverni and Rome kind of combine, he's lost his hold on the wall. They've gained the parts of the streets now, and his veteran legionnaires are contesting Roman veteran legionnaires in the street here, right in the middle of the bush. Like, literally right in the middle of the bush. Be fighting, you know, throw up your shield, pull it back and get ready to strike, catch a branch in the face. Get back after the battle's over, and your friends are like, "Hey, how'd you get hurt? That sword wound looks pretty bad." And you're like, "No, it's not a sword wound. I got hit from the branch." Yeah, the branch caught me above the left eye. Now I've got this huge scar for the rest of my life. Can't even go home in honor because I didn't even receive it. I guess I received it in battle, but it wasn't like anything special. It was just a branch wound. Okay, that would be kind of embarrassing. I killed Rome's best, but I couldn't survive the branch. Oh man, I don't know why that's so funny. I kill myself sometimes. Oh man. I laugh with the dumbest stuff. Okay, so the club levy have gotten engaged now by the Libyan infantry and the Sacred Band. The Sacred Band haven't even really engaged. The Sacred Band are just like staring them down. I mean, 2 or 3 guys have worked up the gut to come out of the phalanx and help, or just kind of engage. One of them has died. Now the other one's all alone here. There we go. Now the unit's worked up the courage to reinforce him. Here, the 30 spears have charged into that Libyan infantry. They've racked up 52 kills so far, so pretty good. But now with that club levy rout, and they're going to want to get out of there because they don't want to stay in a stable fight. But they can hold just a little while the swordmasters get rid of their javelins, which it looks like they have already done. Nope, here they come. Okay, swordmasters gonna release their javelins. Probably better to put those javelins to work against the Sacred Band, because that's a very good unit, and I know it's got a big shield and a ton of armor. The Sacred Band pack armor of 105, but they're not covered by any unit. It's just dead on fire. It's not like it's going into the back of the Thurios spears. You have to shoot over the Thurios spears to get into Libyan infantry. Now, that's probably better because the Thurios spears are out and it's going to just be firing kind of into the backs of those units. They turned around, but now they're in the front. Okay, so the Swordmaster is going to get charged here by a combined Sacred Band and Libyan infantry, and yeah, we're gonna sit on the roof and watch this fight now. Meanwhile, Carthage not yet worked up the nerve here to charge. Just gonna start with a preliminary attack from those archers outside the walls here. This is gonna be the Cretan archers, and they're gonna start firing in on those Samnite warriors, and they are not taking any casualties as of now. But they still have that hit point damage that they can suffer. Soon that hit point damage will take over and they will start to drop. So, yeah, there 2 of them went down. Now they're going to pull back. But yeah, so going to get another volley off right in their backs possibly. Nope, this one's going to fall short on the street. And that was one wasted volley. Now the Cretan archers are going to pull in because they weren't focused on that unit, and it's pulling back, or it's still trying to fire at the Samnite warriors, which have pulled back. So it's going to try to chase him and get back in range. So if he doesn't check that, they could run and actually get into hand-to-hand with the other Samnites there if the second Samnite unit that they were firing at pulls back far enough. But now it looks like he's been corrected and they've stopped. They should be okay there. They could get some volleys off on this Samnite warrior as well now. The Cimbri bowwomen are moving back up here. The Thurios spear on the route here, 59 kills. The other one at 31. Still just kind of letting, once they're out of ammunition, kind of letting the swordmasters get their javelins off into the Sacred Band now as they've pulled back, and the Sacred Band are going to take direct fire there. And now the Sacred Band are going to charge here, but they're going to have to face Swordmaster and then a Swordmaster that's throwing javelins at them. And it's going to be pretty painful. But here, Libyan infantry is going to kind of climb along the side there and engage that second swordmaster so they don't take so much javelin fire. Good move there by Carthage. Here, Arvernian Oathsworns are helping the veteran legionnaires as they advance through the streets. But Kush doing a good job of holding back these veteran legionnaires of 120. These ones here are going to be at 17, but they recently engaged. They've only suffered 4 losses. Now the Oathsworn are going to get into the fight. A ton of javelin fire. If all these guys were throwing javelins, you're going to rack up kills pretty quick. It looks like only one of them, however. No, I thought I saw them adjust their shields so they could throw. Sometimes they adjust so they can throw. However, we got fire from the Kushite archers coming into the back. Now that's going to change now as the Gallic warriors have engaged that unit. They're going to start firing over into the Gallic warriors, or Gallic hunters, which is probably a good move because those Gallic hunters can be quite deadly if not dealt with like immediately. And because they have that stalk ability and they can stay hidden, it makes them an extreme pain to kill. So if you got them in a spot where you can easily kill them and shoot them down, and they are visible, then it's always a good idea to target that unit. These Agrianians at 54 kills must be out of ammunition now as they're going to charge into hand-to-hand. Here at Thurios Spear as well. At 45, the sword band at 13 or 15, the Libyan infantry at 54 there, and hacking through that swordmaster. The swordmaster though is by far a better unit, is going to work their way through that one. Here at Thurios Spear firing in to help, firing kind of into that Libyan infantry dead on, so probably not the best angle there. These Cretan archers now are moving up for some reason. Probably going to try to get some shots on this Samnite warrior. But they're going to lead the attack there. They have, I'm looking at the Libyan infantry here. They have 4 kills, those Cretan archers. Some Libyan infantry is going to be supporting them. And this passage is unguarded by Epirus, by me. But look at this, the Thurios Spear going to move up along the wall there, as while the Samnites continue to pull back. Okay, so now the Thurios Spears are going to kind of check. Nope, they're going to keep going there. And the Libyan infantry as well is going to just continue to advance. You don't want to lose an open passage, especially right here. If you could get out into this more open area. Now, Samnite warrior is going to turn and engage, as I expected. I didn't really think I would. I knew I wouldn't just leave a passage open like that. So meanwhile, over here, the Thurios Spears here at 11 kills. These Agrianians at 68. Now a Royal Peltas moving up to help stem the tide of these Oathsworn, which are still a very deadly unit going in there. Archer fire pouring into the backs of these veteran legionnaires and Oathsworn. The Oathsworn there just routed with only 29 kills on that unit. So great job by Kush to deal with that early and easy. Get that unit out of the game. The Praetorians now taking fire to the back while engaged with the veteran legionnaires. There's also another veteran legionnaire here who is doing nothing. Here, another Praetorian unit is helping with some javelin fire. Now it's going to charge in as those Oathsworn are doing really good, actually. They have one veteran legionnaire losing. 2 veteran legionnaires losing out of the 3 that are engaged with them. So good job by that Oathsworn. Here, Carthage and Arverni doing a combined push to force their way through this alley. Now Carthage has pulled back. It looks like these Thurios Spears didn't get any volleys off, but okay, so now the Cimbri Bowwomen, this unit here is pulled up and is firing into the Cretan archers, who are kind of in the middle of the infantry, so they're not going to take as many casualties because the infantry can put their swords up, and the infantry, the Libyan infantry has a armor. Shield value of 35. Where's the block chance? Is that only on archers? I think it is only on archers. So yeah. Anyway, the Libyan infantry is going to cover most of that ammunition for them, but they're still going to start taking casualties, and with only 9 kills, you don't want to lose that unit. It's only used a little bit of its ammunition, and you need to keep that as much as you can. This one here, now I'm going to took a return volley. I think I saw a return volley go out, but it didn't render any kills there. unfortunately for Carthage. Now we also have a Cretan archer, 18 kills, firing over and into these units. So those Cretan archers, if they don't get moved, are going to be doomed under that combined fire of the Cimbri bowwomen, as well as the Cretan archers here. Thurios spear at 46 kills going to leave, but a Royal Peltas at 47 now has engaged and is going to make pretty quick work of this depleted Sacred Band and should do pretty good, or should make quick work of that Chosen Sword as well. However, the Oathsworn pulled back and actually going to cycle charge maybe. No, I thought they were going to cycle charge with the Chosen Swords there, but no, they're just going to charge in. And now the Pikes are going to get into the fight here. They're going to move up. So the Thurios spear here, this one's out of ammunition, 46 kills. Now look at this, Libyan infantry. It's going to advance here along the side here. Now with the center, everybody kind of occupied with the center here. I think this is a good time for Carthage to advance because I'm kind of occupied. You can see I've started throwing units in to this center area. I've had to pull back because of the pikemen. And now my Royal Peltas are taking fire in the back, and I'm kind of preoccupied micromanaging my units over here. And so I think this is a good time for Carthage to advance. And he's definitely going to take advantage of it. However, I got a Samnite warrior moving up, and the Samnites are going to be deadly. The Libyan infantry is probably a little bit better. Libyan infantry is definitely better in attack. Weapon damage is better. Yeah, so the Libyan infantry is probably the better of the two units. Is definitely the better of the two units, actually. But look at this. Thurios spears on the wall. And these are on the right side of all of these units down here. These Sacred Band, Libyan infantry. So, fun fact about Rome 2. Every person in the game is right-handed. And they carry their weapon on the right side. So their shield is on their left side. And the block chance is a whole lot worse if you fire from the right side. So coming from the top and the right, and here, for the engaged units, kind of from the back, is not going to be good here. Is these Thurios spears carry 4 volleys of javelins, I believe, and they are just charging a ton, all of them actually, down right into this, while they're cut off by a Samnite warrior and another Samnite warrior throwing its javelins into the fight. Yeah, that's painful. Also, we have a Cretan archer. Whoa, 124 kills. And climbing. Now let's see when this thing fires. Just went up to 140 in one volley. So these Cretan archers are really getting damage done as they fire into these African pikemen, actually. And because everybody was kind of pike stacking here, and very closely, I mean, you see some Oathsworn in with these pikes. Earlier it was worse, but here you can definitely see it's not great. There's a lot of infantry stuck in with those pikes, so a lot of pike stack going on there, but it's actually not going to pay off here because they're engaged, so they can't put their shields up, and the Cretan archers are just mowing them down in droves. I mean, just tons of kills here. The Cretan archers at 191 and continuing to climb in. They're also firing from the right side, so they're firing into the sword side of these Oathsworn, and the Oathsworn carry a ton of armor. They carry 80 armor, so they're gonna do pretty good, but still, that's painful taking that much archer ammo. We also have some Balearic slingers, 11 kills, open fire on the units that are blocking that road up here. The Royal Peltas that has 75 kills there is engaging. These Thurios spears up on the wall here at 22. This one here at 74, and wow, 77, 78. This one has to be about out of ammunition. Maybe one, I would imagine no more than 1 or 2 volleys left. I mean, with that many kills for a unit like this. Then the Thurios spear here, 30 kills, not quite as good. And it looks like they're going to pull back now as they're starting to take archer fire from the Balearic slingers. These Samnite warriors tried to give chase here, but they turned a Sacred Band around to halt that advance, so that the Samnites couldn't push this into the archers and the Libyan infantry, all this here. Here's some cavalry, some Carthaginian cavalry with a level 2 chevron here, as well as a general and bodyguard with a level 2 chevron. So Carthage got some maneuverability. I didn't see that earlier. I think that's what was disappearing into the trees over here earlier when I went over the Carthaginian army. Here the Royal Peltas at 80 kills and climbing as they engaged archers, which are just free kills. So, okay, here the Praetorian Guard are in the city, and the veteran legionnaires are moving up, as well as some Kushite pikes. Now here is some serious pike stack. Earlier I said there's some pike stack. This is pike stack. I mean, look at this. Oh, wait, they're pulling the pikes out. Okay. Not quite as bad. They took them out of phalanx, and they pulled them out. So, he was at one point pike stacking. I don't know if he actually fought in that position. I hope he didn't, because I was just ranting I was ranting, but I was saying how bad it is to pike stack and that nobody should do it. So, I hope he wasn't doing it. But, yeah. See here, the Royal Peltas on the waiver after they get charged by an Oathsworn. Those Royal Peltas are going to go down. The Royal Peltas are good because they have that 4 volley of javelins, 4 javelin volleys. But they're also not so good because of their lighter armor. In exchange for their 4 or 2 extra volleys of javelins or whatever it was, they lose however many that was. They lose like so much armor, and sometimes it's like, is it worth the trade? So here, this Thurio Spear coming back at 49 kills. This one here at 82 now. I'm going to try to maybe engage that Sacred Band from the back. Is the Samnite Warriors racked up 52, and this unit here at 28. After they took out that Carthaginians. I mean, the Carthaginians just like completely straddled, or just bodies of Carthaginians throughout the street. Very few Samnites though, because I mean, there's a few Samnites here and there. There's 1, 2, 3. But yeah, most of these are Carthaginians because they overextended in that alley and just took all that fire from the Thurio Spears, who now have 94 kills, and I assume are out of ammunition. But yeah, so Carthage made a bad move there, advancing through that alley, and I took advantage of it. But here some Samnite Warriors are going to get engaged with some Cretan archers. Good move here by the attackers to engage with the Cretan archers and then put those chosen spearmen behind, because the chosen spearmen have javelins and are really going to render casualties against those Samnites who are stuck and can't really adjust their shields. However, the Cretan archers are really just going to get mowed down. But when they're out of ammunition, this is a good thing to use them for. Hold the unit in place while you use your javelin volleys. Great move there by the attackers. And here we got some Samnite Warriors that are going to move up and give their javelin volleys in return there. So let's see. We got some archers moving up here. Cretan archers. These guys got 0 kills. I don't know why. Actually, I think, wow, these guys got 202 on the kill count as they fired into those pikemen. They really racked that one up. Here, some Royal Peltas, probably out of ammunition because they already have 20 kills and they're not firing at anything. Here, the Praetorian Guard are forcing their way through the armored Shoto Warriors, and the armored Shoto Warriors are holding as much as they can, but they can only do so much. Now, these Royal Peltas are going to give their javelin volleys, and they're going to rack up a few kills here at 33. And their next volley straight into the oncoming Praetorian Guard. I think they have 1 left. Are they going to get it off is the question. It doesn't appear. Okay, yes, they're going to get that last javelin volley off. Those Royal Peltas are going to get 37 kills there. Now as the armored Shotels pull out, and the Royal Peltas are going to use the whip and shield wall, and this should do pretty good against that Praetorian Guard. Who in the early, while this use the whip is still running, the Praetorian Guard are going to start taking casualties pretty fast. I mean, look at that, 99. But once the use the whip wears off, the Praetorian Guard could take back the initiative and win this one, or will take back the initiatives and win this one. Unless, of course, there's some Cretan archers that come out of nowhere and give their support to their allies. I mean, just saying, that might just happen, and I don't know, it might. Like once in a million years, that might just happen. The Royal Peltas, there is 0 kill. Wait, no. Yeah, 27 kills. And we got as well some Sword Masters at 63. Now the Oathsworn 80 kills. The Noble Fighter is 0. That Mercenary Noble Fighter for 20 losses is 0 kills. Must have been taking some Archer Fire. Here the Oathsworn at 32. Going to get backed up by some Sacred Band. and possibly some javelin volleys from the general, which might be out because it's not firing now. It's at 19 kills. Then here, the Samnite Warriors, 47 kills, taking some fire. They've got Mercenary Cretan Archers, Chosen Swords, and Mercenary Noble Fighters that they're holding back. Oh, well, no, they're not getting javelin volleys from that Oathsworn. I was going to say that's going to be really good. That's one good unit. Okay, so these Cretan Archers are here from the top of the wall, firing down on these units in the street, which isn't a bad idea, except that they have to fire like right over the top of this building, and I can imagine a lot of the ammo is going to get stuck in that building. Look how close that is going. It's just like skimming over the roof. There are 2 of them bounced off. I just saw a few bounce off, but yeah. So probably a bad spot because quite a few of them are getting blocked by the house because of the low angle they have to shoot. But yeah, they're getting a few kills, 23 so far. Okay, so here's some Oathsworn, or not some Oathsworn. The Praetorian Guard got reinforced now. The Royal Peltasts are slowly suffering there. But we got some more Royal Peltasts with some more Javelins coming up to help, as well as some Armored Shoto Warriors going to put their Javelins in some of them Romans. The Cretan Archers at 53 kills from that range. It's like point blank. It's literally straight up and straight back down into the Romans. Unless they're firing at something. They might be firing at something else. I think they did. I think I did have them fire on these archers here because they were being a pain. Those auxiliary Syrians and the Balearic Slingers. Here, this Praetorian Guard has just gotten worn down. Can't fight much longer. And he's also going against a little bit of a pike stack there. Actually, not a little bit. A lot of pike stack there. Okay, every time I mention pike stack, Kush turns around and pulls all his pikes out. It's like, you've got to be kidding me. It's like he knows when I was going to come to his units and see that he had pike stack going on. Okay, so the Royal Peltas here getting their javelins in at 4 kills so far. Continuing, the Sword Masters here holding strong against a huge push from the Araverni, as well as a Carthage, so kind of a combined push here. These Mercenary Samnite Warriors winning against an Oathsworn and a Chosen Sword. Going to get reinforced there, however, by a Mercenary Noble Fighter. And that's quickly going to turn the tide, as those are much better units. The Samnite Warriors there, out of Javelin, so not getting a ton of Javelin support. Here's some 30th Spears might cycle charge. This one here in square formation, just guarding the alley in case Carthage tries to flank or something. And then these Cretan Archers here, these ones are the ones that were up on the wall. They still have ammunition. They only have 24 kills, so the wall vantage point wasn't as good as I thought it would be. However, the ones that fell, I already mentioned them. 202. I saw something at 101 somewhere. Mercenary Samnite Warriors here, 101 kills there. And now the 30th Spears going to charge in, let the Samnites get fresh, because the Samnites are, I guess they're fresh. I thought they were tired or exhausted. No, okay. So I'm kind of cycle charging, and that's what's keeping my success. I'm letting the units rest, and then I charge in, and then you let the other units rest, and continue to just keep doing that, and it really helped. Here, the Pikes, not really doing much. Here, the Archers, looks like they might have gotten engaged in hand-to-hand. They did. They got overextended. Looks like the Praetorian Guard are going to get in there and engage them in hand-to-hand. So the Praetorian Guard were the last-ditch hope of the attackers or of Rome. Not the attackers as a whole. It's still pretty even. I'm saying this is pretty much the balance of power bars looking a little bit in favor of the defenders. But yeah, it was a last-ditch hope from Carthage or from Rome to win. The elephants in the back here was 0 kills, so they're not yet engaged. I had some elephants. I did move them up. They're right here. Yeah, I like to keep some elephants because they can be extremely deadly if used correctly. However, here now, Carthage getting aggressive. The 30 Spears in square formation having to fight that Sacred Band. And the Sacred Band are going to really just pick away at that 30 Spear. But since it's a spear versus spear, it's going to take a long time to get anything done. And I'm just going to cycle charge the spears there. But because of the phalanx mode for the hoplite wall for Sacred Band, it's not going to do much other than rest my units. Because that unit's way too good to get anything done. The Samnite Warriors here at 120 kills, but morale's on red as they're getting pushed by a Noble Fighter as well as an Oathsworn, and should get some help. I would hope I got him help. These green archers at 112 now, doing much better after they left the vantage point on the wall. And now another Royal Peltas at 22 kills, coming around to aid them. Here, this unit of Royal Peltas at 60. As the Sacred Band advanced to the streets. This one here at 45. But it's getting engaged by an Oathsworn and a Mercenary Noble Fighter. It's 2 Oathsworn and a Mercenary Noble Fighter. Here, oh no, the archers got exposed here, and the Heavy Horse is going to take full advantage of it, and he's going to get in on that archer unit, which still has ammunition. Oh man, those Cretan archers got caught in the open. Araverni, good job of Araverni to take advantage of it. However, it was seen just enough time that Kush was able to get some veteran legionary infantry in there, and I was able to pull my Cretan archers back far enough that they were in range of the help of the veteran legionnaires. Cretan archers at 91, gonna go down though, I believe. No, because now the Heavy Horse is gonna be forced to pull out there after engaged by that heavy infantry, and the elephant's coming in, so the Cretan archers will survive. I believe they'll come back into the fight, but I don't think they'll play a huge part then. Once they do come back into the fight, unfortunately, because of that mistake. So I have some pikes here doing nothing. And now the Cimbri Bowwomen moving up. 24 on those Cimbri Bowwomen, 44 on that unit there, 62 on the Swordmasters. Good job by the Swordmasters here. The General, it only 4 kills. This Berserker, I didn't see this earlier. Whoa, this unit can be extremely deadly if put right. It's already lost 8 men, however, so it must have taken some sort of archer fire. But yeah, those guys can really do some damage. Here the Royal Peltas, exhausted but still fighting against those Sacred Band and Libyan infantry, as well as some more Libyan infantry in support there. And now I'm getting kind of pinched, stuck between 2 enemy here. I got some Mercenary Noble Fighter. Now, General and Bodyguard for Rome. Rome's just kind of going all in. He's like, you know what? I got nothing else to do. The Ballista team got 70. Not the Ballista team, the Scorpion. Look at that. 79 kills on that Scorpion, and it's still got ammunition. The Scorpions are just like crazy. They get so many kills. Here, this Ballista team is still firing for Araverni at 167 kills in total. Good job by Araverni to use that unit correctly and really get the kills. Wow. That is really, those 2 ballistas or artillery crews for the attackers have really made a dent. Here, however, Kush has destroyed the Romans and is now going against the Roman archers. But it looks like Carthaginian. Why was I'm saying Kush? Carthaginian Cav could come in and flank these guys. They could come. Okay, I thought there was a hole in the wall right here. No, they could come right here and get into the back of those Shilta warriors. It would be a death charge, however, as the pikes now are moving up. I'm going to see some more pike stack, but as soon as I get to it, don't worry, it won't be there. It won't be there once I get to it. So now, the Oathsworn engaging some veteran legionnaires there. The Oathsworn will probably get the better of that fight. They have 38, however, to the 55. So the veteran legionnaires might win that one. I don't really know. No, looks like Araverni's Oathsworn are going to get the upper hand on that one. Here, good job by Swordmasters here and the Berserk. No, those aren't the Berserkers. The Swordmasters here to engage. Now look at this, pikes coming in on the flank, going to flank that unit. Good job, good use of the pikes. I'm congratulating myself here. Yay! Let's all applause. I did such a good job. No. I think they get like 2 kills in total. I actually kind of flunked here because in the end, I actually wasted my elephants. And yeah, it's coming up here. I already lost 2 elephants or 3 elephants to archer fire or scorpion fire, something. Now, so I've already lost 3 elephants. And now I'm going to go charge him into shield walls of the Araverni and the hoplite wall of Carthage, and I'm just going to waste that unit because it's a shame for the elephants to get no kills. So I'm like, well, I'm going to get a few, plus it rested my units a little bit. That's my excuse for doing so bad with them. And these pikes ended up getting 13 kills in total, which was not too great. However, they did get a cavalry charge against them, so that's going to help a little bit. But yeah, the elephants, we're not even going to watch that. It got so bad. It was bad. Now the pikes for Kush here have moved up. They have 92 kills. They're going to move against those Oathsworn there. Got some archer fire going into the heavy horse now, because that has been a real pain in the fight now. With 91 kills, those heavy horses have been extremely deadly. The Gallic Hunters at a 115. This one here at 84. Now the Oathsworn there is just going to not engage. Okay, there's elephants in the fight. We're not going to look at that one. We'll come back to it. We'll come back to it once I've pulled the elephants out or they've all died. This pike still turned completely sideways is going to take another cavalry charge, as well as some archers getting in there. So the cavalry is going to come around, but still pikes can just turn, and they're still pretty deadly. Even when they get hit in the flank by cavalry, you have to pretty much hit them in the rear, and even that still isn't the best. With pikes, it's best to just flank them with infantry, because that's going to work best. So here I was able to focus full on these Oathsworn while my elephants held Carthage back for a little while. And yeah, 31 kills. I mean, these guys were really racking them up. And it looks like they've lost one elephant, probably two, as soon as this one here dies, because I'm sure he'll die before he gets out of there. No, he's actually going to make it out. Congratulations. And another thing I did wrong is I charged him against Sacred Band, which have like a huge bonus versus large. The Sacred Band here are going to have a bonus versus large. Where's the bonus versus large on these things? Bonus versus large of 20. Yeah, that is really bad. And then I just go ahead and charge my elephants in. Now I did try to hit the Oathsworn because they were not in shield wall, but of course, as soon as my elephants got into the fight, he saw it and put his unit in shield wall, which was the logical thing to do. But it was kind of disappointing because I was expecting my elephants to just rampage on the Oathsworn. And so eventually, I think I pulled the elephants out and just let them be now. Nope, I'm probably going to charge them back into Carthage. Or not, or maybe not. Okay, you know what? Forget about those guys. They did so bad, they're not worth mentioning. Kush here collapsing in now on Araverni, who's now encircled. And the Sacred Band have been just really dominant on the field here. 56 kills there, which isn't a high kill count, but they were really a pain to deal with during the whole fight. Here's some armored Shoto warriors or veteran legionnaires going to run down and attack the general and bodyguard, as well as the Celtic ballista, and possibly even the Roman scorpion if the Romans wanted to turn and engage. But that veteran legionnaire is going to just make quick work of that one, except for maybe the Carthaginian bodyguard. So, okay, over here, the elephants did much better. African war elephants of Kush did much better. Actually, not much better. They got 30 kills. Mine got 37. So out of the both of us, I did better in terms of numbers. Oh wait, nope. Already they've passed me up. Yep. Yeah, that's just sad. The Berserkers at 101, just like that. They go from 0 to 105, 106, just like that. I mean, it was just that quick. Now the Royal Peltas. It looks like I might have did some push through. If I did, I apologize, Araverni. I did not mean to do that if I did. Yeah, the Royal Peltas at 100 kills, but that they got some help from the Swordmasters to take down that Oathsworn here. Carthage, trying to exploit a little gap I made. So now I'm going to charge the Sacred Band. I think I was trying to get around the Sacred Band. I don't know why I did that. Whatever reason I did it, it was probably dumb. It probably wasn't worth mentioning. Look back here. We got 3 archers for Kush. Just sitting back here. These guys must all be out of ammunition. Yes, out of ammunition, and out of ammunition. So yeah, they're out of ammunition. The sword's like... Okay, something's wrong with that sword. It's like huge. Okay, or maybe my eyes are just cheating me here. Okay, so the Thurio Spear here are getting crushed, but they do have 126 kills. And I believe those were the ones that are up on the wall. These Thurio Spears at 122 and 159. Now this Oathsworn gonna leave. I also have a Pikeman here, which has 8 kills, and then another Pikeman which has 46. So my Pikes didn't really get used because they're not a very offensive unit. But yeah, they did okay. And now the whole army is going to collapse in on the enemy. Now I'm going to charge my elephants in once again. And just actually literally just as I was going to get some extra kills against, I should have went after the Libyan infantry here, but I was going after the sacred band, and just as my units are about to get there and run down that sacred band, that's it. So total wars here, he's going to have 2,003 kills, 104 on that general. The elephants did horrible. The archers did good. Samnites did good. Pikes weren't great, but they didn't really engage. The Royal Peltas were pitiful here, 42, 63, 58. The Thurio Spears did decent there. Stuck in the Dryer, he's going to be Kush, and his Veteran Legionnaires that he spammed did pretty good. His one Pike did pretty good. His Armored Shoto Warriors did good. His General of Elephants did good. Every unit, just about every unit in his army did really good, and he racked up a whopping 2,495 kills. Then EDRYANRS 15, he's going to be Swaby. He's going to have 1,560 kills. He's going to do pretty good. This Noble Rider got mowed down there with only 4 kills, which is kind of disappointing there. However, Hikimri Bowwomen made up for it with 103 and 113, 87 and 78. The Berserkers only at 26 there on that one, but the other one made up for it at 122. The Bloodsworn at 54, and the Club Levy did about as good as a Club Levy can do. Then the Swordmasters all around weren't impressive, weren't what's the word I'm looking for? They weren't standing out as doing amazing, but they did their job. They held on long enough, and they eventually won the fight, so I guess that works. BS Choop, he's going to have 2,431 kills. He's going to be Araverni, and his Oathsworn are going to be pretty good. These first 3 Oathsworn at over 200 kills. The Chosen Spearman, 58. The Celtic Ballista really made its kill count and did good. The Heavy Horse, and then his archers did good there. These Oathsworn here, a little disappointing in 90, 30, and 83. The other two, 149, 200, and 130 did good. Chosen Swords, 211 really did good there, and the Levy Freeman did what Levy Freeman do. They did Levy Freeman stuff. J-E-R-E Myas, 2007. He's going to have 1,709 kills. His Carthaginian Cav and his General and Bodyguard didn't do great, but it wasn't really a battlefield for cavalry. His archers did okay. This one only at 12 kills, a little disappointing. The pikemen at 42, so nothing really terrible impressive. The Sacred Band here did really good here. Only one at 64 kills was a little disappointing. Oh wait, no, here's one 42, so 2 disappointing ones. The Libyan Infantry, again, decent there, and then the mercenaries, the Noble Fighters did great. Tasmanian G19 is going to be Rome, and he's going to have 13 kills on his general, which is, yeah, it's a general and bodyguard. It's not supposed to be your best unit, but yeah, 85 for the Roman Scorpion, which is not as good as most Roman Scorpions get, but they were forced into hand-to-hand a little early, I believe. When the Libyan infantry, the Veteran Legionnaires of Kush took the fight to those ballistas. Here the archers did not so great. The Praetorian Guard got a little beaten up there with only 87 and 95, but the other one at 176 and 149 did good. The Praetorians, again, the 3 Praetorians did really good. And then the Veteran Legionnaires, they were, well, yeah, they were okay. Nothing impressive about those except for 147 on that one unit there. So thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next one.